Welcome to Shame Watch, a guilt-free dive in those massive movie failures that we hate to love. Each week, we look at a movie that either we or our guests love, but society shames them for. We peek in each nook and cranny for every bright spot, keeping the public at bay while watching these movies like the miracles that they are.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tell them.
That's right. All right.
One of these days, I want to be on one of these and just steal the opening copy from James. Just rattle it off from memory. I don't have it memorized enough yet to do that, but here we are.
I can't wait for that to happen.
Alan, you're such a sweet boy.
I know, but I've been on 5 of these, so.
Alan just takes it, and James is like, oh, finally. God damn, I've been waiting for somebody.
This is my voice acting training,
And
all right?
James just walks out, and the next time we hear about it, he's the new Goku on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, how great would that be?
We're like,
Yeah.
what? That's where James went?
Yep.
He's on Dragon Ball?
He evolved.
That scans.
What?
Oh, you mean as a voice actor?
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays Goku.
I was just imagining James with, like, the bright yellow hair.
James,
'Cause
can
it's
I
not
make a
blonde.
crack about your hair?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because it's saying
It's
It's
pretty
the right
sane.
shape. It's just
Yeah.
the wrong color.
I genuinely like your hair.
I do.
This is the same. We're loading our bellies full of chili dogs, and we gotta go fast for today's
Hell
episode of
yeah.
Sonic.
Who wrote that one?
Not me.
Me.
Oh, that
I
was-
just made that up right now.
Very good. Very good.
I'm James Fight. To my left is... It's you.
Dr. Robotnik Aaron. It's Aaron.
Across from me is...
Kenny Madison, Chief Archivist of FlatFilms.com. We release a podcast each week called Stream Watch. Please rate, review, and subscribe. Available wherever podcasts are found.
Nice. And our special guest today is...
Alan Tail Smith.
Yay.
Nice.
Oh, that's cute.
Nice.
That's good.
Five
Because
timers
apparently that's just it's miles per hour. Miles per hour.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we are talking about a film today that culminates a lot of shame watches. Let's be honest.
What do you mean?
There's a Wild Speed Summer moment.
Yeah. That... Nice.
There's a,
That reference was fantastic.
We died.
we giggled so hard.
Oh, yeah. I cracked up in the theater. So we should say we all watched it separately.
Alan and I just watched it
Well, usually we don't watch
20 minutes ago.
new releases.
That's true.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true. Well, we're trying to branch out into that to, as the kids say, get viral.
I don't think they say it like that, James.
I get viral.
I don't have my finger on the pulse that much, but I don't think he might be right.
It's fine. It's
fine.
probably
I watched it on Valentine's Day.
I tell you what. It's probably about as hip with the kids as this movie was. So I
don't know. This movie was pretty hip.
Yeah,
Y'all.
this movie is tracking to be fairly hip with the kids for February release. I think the anticipated gross is $55 million, which, considering
What?
how toxic the reputation for this movie was going up to it, kind
Not
of a
bad.
surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not expect it to be as good as it was.
Oh, without a doubt. I expected
hard agree.
a garbage fire.
Yeah.
I expected a hard the whole time, but
I'll be honest. I expected to be breaking one of the Shame Watch rules here and be ironically liking this. I think I just like this.
I genuinely like this. This was fun. I had a fun time.
it was a fun movie. I think I went in there being like, okay, it can't be as bad as I think.
It was really great to watch a good video game movie. And I also watched Sonic.
So you didn't like?
I did not like this movie.
You didn't like Sonic?
No. And what the more shocking thing is that we've just recorded a Super Mario Brothers episode to be released later, and I really liked that movie.
You did. Yeah. Spoilers. Alan.
I have not heard this episode yet, but I am very excited.
Hey,
Oh yeah, we recorded it today.
Yeah, so we'll just
Earlier
talk about just the Sonic movie. But the last that I'll make mention of the upcoming Mario film is that I basically double featured that yesterday with Sonic as the lead-in and then Super Mario Brothers as the second film of that. And that's
just 90s in a nutshell there. The console wars all over again.
I mean, that's
Really?
also kind of the proper way to watch it, because the Super Mario Brothers movie Well, you'll hear more about that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't-
Tune into that episode later.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've heard 4 people gloat about the Mario movie collectively in one sitting. And it was just a whole like, yeah, I liked it. Like,
spoiler alert, Alan. We had a good time.
yeah. But this movie was, and I think, in all honesty, the fact that it's somewhat decent is going to hinder it. I think the reviews are going to be like, oh, I kind of wanted it to suck.
Oh, absolutely.
So I have a question. I know, Kenny, you're usually the one that provides context on this
I am.
podcast.
That's true. I've got some context loaded in front of me.
I do want to hear your context from reviews, which is what you generally provide, but I also want to know about some personal context around the table.
Sure.
What is everyone's experience with the Sonic
Oh
franchise?
my gosh, what a great question.
This is a good question. I'll start. I played a decent amount of Sonic. My favorite one was Sonic Adventure or Sonic Battle 2 Adventure.
Sonic Adventure
The
2
GameCube,
Battle.
That
yes.
one, thank you. That was the one I played the most, and then later I played Sonic Boom and Sonic Heroes. And had a decent time, but yeah, that GameCube release was probably the best.
Yeah.
And I played the Sega Genesis one a little bit, but that was as far as it got. Like I also liked the Sonic X TV show. Yeah. That I love that. That was really cool.
I'm sorry. The reason I giggled is because I just wanted you to be like, I would just kind of dress as him as a kid. I would just
still
go
do as a
upstairs and
result.
just dress as him and just be like,
I mean,
what?
you've got the hair for it.
Yeah.
I gotta go fast.
But for me, I remember because my older cousins would babysit me, so I would play off their Sega, and it just I'll be honest, I always thought it was a little boring. I don't know why. I wasn't like, oh, we got to play Sonic. Like, wasn't a huge fan. But then as Boom and Heroes and all those came out, GameCube had a pretty decent run with them. I liked them. I thought there was a little more. Once I saw like a little more storyline and a little more development, I really liked them. I was always a fan of Tails. And I honestly think I like the side characters a little more than Sonic. That he's just blue, cool, big deal.
Oh, Shadow was my favorite.
Shadow looked cool.
Shadow's a
Knuckles looked
badass.
dope. Like Knuckles was like the Raphael.
Yeah.
For the listener at home, Alan is profusely crying blood. It looks like after hearing that.
Yep.
That's so bizarre. I've never seen anyone just cry blood before.
Like, well, you're the video game guy, so like, was that like your project? You had to make Knuckles? Or
Yeah,
something?
did you code Knuckles?
Yes, no, that's obviously no.
I created Knuckles. Finally.
Actually, Kenny, do you want to go? Do you have anything you want to add to your
Alan,
personal?
please. I do have stuff, but I like hearing you talk.
Okay. So I wouldn't say I exactly grew up with these games. I've always been a Nintendo kid at heart, so like I played like all the Mario games. That's not actually true because there's a lot.
Yeah. Especially those Japan
that's
releases.
the correct term.
Yeah.
A lot.
I mean, to be fair, that's also true for the Sonic games. There are of varying degrees of quality. But my uncle had a Sega Genesis and had Sonic 2 for the Sega Genesis, and I remember very much enjoying that. I eventually went back and played all the classic Genesis trilogy, Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles.
Nice.
But and then I played a couple of the GameCube ones as well, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and Sonic Heroes, and then I kind of fell out with the series around then, and then picked it up relatively recently again with Sonic Generations, and have been actually more interested in it lately. I think honestly, partially because of the movie, partially because a particular YouTube Let's Player that I follow is doing a series where he plays through literally all of the Sonic games, one level episode at a day.
Oh, that's
Jeez.
fun.
What's their name?
Raukau?
I don't know that person.
That's a journey.
It's a
Yeah,
lot.
that's an undertaking.
He previously did this with the Mega Man series, which was its own
dude,
journey.
that's
I
Yeah.
can only imagine.
Mega Man.
I didn't think there was enough YouTube up to this point for him to get that much done. Jesus Christ.
Man, the one Mega Man game I really loved was what was the one with the chips? Remember, like it was based off the
Mega
show.
Man Battle Network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I really liked.
I was going to say
One-
Chips Ahoy Simulator.
Also correct.
But was it 1, 2,
just shoots
3,
little-
4, 5,
little
or
chocolate
6?
chips.
I didn't realize that.
Oh, no,
went
it's a-
up that
it's a
high.
simulator,
Probably the
so it's
first
just-
one.
Every Mega Man series goes up at least that high.
Even
all-
Battle Network? I
Yeah.
only remember the one
Yeah.
for the GameCube
I'll see, because the Chips Ahoy simulator is just you opening the box.
and eating the Chips Ahoy.
Yeah, and you.
So you're not even making them? I thought you were making.
Well, no, because it's a Chips Ahoy simulator.
Today's episode is sponsored by Chips Ahoy.
Absolutely, yeah.
Nabisco.
Danny, if you want to go into that ad read real quick.
If you're looking for 1,000 chips delicious, why settle for anything else? Chips Ahoy, now with peanut butter chips.
Nabisco, the snack that smiles back. It's
And-
not them.
I gotta say that is a more natural product placement than anything in this movie.
Are you saying?
Oh God, I love the product placement. If I'm being,
Yeah, that's
there's
pretty
gonna
funny.
be spoilers. Let's be real, right? We're gonna probably
Yeah.
dabble into spoilers.
Oh,
this
yeah.
this is
Yeah,
your
yeah.
spoiler alert.
I mean, you should appreciate the fact that you can use a product like Zillow in order to help you in your
Oh.
search for a home.
For an apartment that's $4,600. Did anybody catch that, or was I
No.
just being an adult about it? I was like, God damn, $4,600 a month.
Yeah,
Well, it's
that's
also
a lot.
San Francisco, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
San
but
Fran.
still,
That's
holy,
true. That's a lot. I better get a foot rub every morning.
That's way too much.
No,
that's like
but it's on brand with San Francisco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Isn't that the most expensive place to live? San Fran?
In the world, I believe it's Hong Kong.
Sure.
But in the United
US.
States, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Is
I could believe that.
Austin might be up there.
Can you provide us some context so why
Yes,
someone might
please.
feel shameful about
Absolutely.
this wonderful
So,
movie?
Alan, if you've never listened to the podcast before,
I never, not once.
One of the things that I like to do is provide a little bit of context about why someone might feel a little bit of shame. So I pick a review, often very negative, and rate it to people. What else do you want me to?
It's called the
Are we-
context.
Okay. Are we people? Do we count as people?
Oh,
I'm a hedgehog.
We're hedgehogs. Yes, James, you get it.
All right. I'm in.
In a review from Joan Summers published February 14th, 2020 at the Muse, review titled Sonic the Hedgehog is a meaningless fart in the wind. And I apologize for the length of this. I tried to cut this down as much as I could, but also I just thought it was so juicy. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Go ahead.
You were saying?
See, because you pull out the box.
That's right. And then you
Chips
gotta
Ahoy.
open the foil.
You got to open the foil for the chips.
yeah, and then you
Ahoy.
got to slide the plastic liner.
Yeah.
And it's a real ASMR experience.
The real problem is trying to put it back in.
Oh yeah, you can never like. I really liked the sleeve that
That's
they kind
the
of
bonus
developed. That you
level.
just open up.
Level 1 is just getting the cookie box out, and level 2 is the challenging of trying to put the Chips Ahoy back in the Chips Ahoy.
As much as we're joking, I want Chips Ahoy right now.
Honestly, I think that there's a market for a Chips Ahoy simulator. It's a very simple game.
And like you have a little helper to help you throughout the levels, and it's Clippy from Microsoft's Word.
No, you dummy, it's Chippy.
Yeah,
Sorry to use names, but also
Back to the context.
Sonic the Hedgehog
Sonic
is
the
a
Hedgehog.
meaningless fart in the wind. Sonic the Hedgehog is a failure of the imagination so catastrophic, so unfathomably antipathetic to the very idea of itself that sitting down to write this review felt like sawing a hole in my own skull, blending my brain up and drinking it back through a straw. Even conjuring up the words to say this was like desperately fighting against the event horizon of a black hole while it slowly turned my body into subatomic spaghetti, my material assets hopefully forming the building blocks of a new universe where movies like Sonic the Hedgehog will never be made. Here's the plot. On an
Jesus.
On an alien planet filled with bipedal life forms that look nothing like hedgehogs, a baby named Sonic is born wearing gloves. This baby can run really, really fast. One day, bow and arrow obsessed aliens force Sonic's mother to send the baby through a portal to Earth, where it will be safe from forces that want its power. Sure. There's also a cop who really loves donuts and his wife. He's played by the out of place James Marsden, bumbling from one scene to the next, doing both a goofy SNL impression of what a small town donut obsessed cop is like, as well as whatever the filmmakers believed a handsome everyman protagonist is supposed to be. At some point, Sonic runs so fast he trips a power surge across the entire Pacific Northwest. This alerts the government, who calls in the powers of Dr. Robotnik to track down Sonic, who is forced to team up with a cop. Here is a list of things that Sonic the Hedgehog is not interested in as a movie or even an experience. Being enjoyable, being watchable, being coherent, being aesthetically pleasing to look at. I went into this with middling expectations, considering it is a kids' movie aimed at adult gamers. Kids will probably not care about its nonsensical plot, and adult gamers will likely buy the collectible action figures anyway.
Wow.
But what do they think about the movie?
Oh, they liked it.
Okay.
Also, yeah, I watched on Valentine's Day too.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Because that person's angry they watched it on Valentine's Day. That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
think so. I think they're angry that Sonic is just...
No, they're projecting.
I think they're angry that they watched it.
Yeah, no, I agree with Alan.
Listen,
there.
it's a fun movie.
No, I agree with you, James. I'm not fighting you.
Thank you.
That's a good
It's one
fit.
less-
That's a good. That,
Yeah.
Good
It's
grief.
Alan's on fire tonight.
Yeah.
Take it as a blessing, man. No one says I'm not Salinas-ing you.
I never said it was a bad thing.
Anything for Salinas.
That works. But I feel like that's the only one I got.
Yeah, anything for it.
Anyway, there were plenty of kids at my screen, and they loved this film.
Yeah.
They were cheering. Well, actually, that was mostly the adults.
What was
cheering.
your size?
And
of,
by adults, it was just James.
It was me.
And
I
by
was going
other
crazy.
people,
just
it was-
high-fiving 5-year-olds?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. You see that?
Yeah, we're doing it. We're going fast. That's my kid voice.
I did like it when
Anyway.
Sonic went fast.
That's
What?
yeah.
That was cool.
I liked it.
It was I had heard some stuff about it beforehand, and everybody is completely correct.
What?
Jim Carrey goes 110% the entire film,
He shows
yeah.
up.
and I loved it.
Jim Carrey was amazing.
He was great, and
I thought it was all great, honestly.
Can I nitpick?
Yeah.
Hey.
You're an animator.
Yeah.
So
You're not an animator, you're a
no.
developer.
Actually, Jim Carrey was great. I loved his character.
Yes.
Go on.
Understatement.
His character was not Dr. Robotnik.
No.
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 No, not at all.
No.
I love the character that he played. I
Yeah.
think it was a good fit for the movie. It was not Dr. Robotnik, and not like it doesn't have to be. Sonic was very Sonic,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
a young Sonic, but Sonic.
I mean,
Yeah.
this movie is not necessarily that preoccupied with going, right.
No.
But how do we tell the real Sonic story?
Yeah. Oh, clearly
Let's get
not.
down to Eggman.
Why does Sonic have to have a tragic backstory?
Yeah.
That's
okay.
That's the thing I have a problem with.
That felt very shoehorned in. And does any Sonic lore mention Longbeak?
long time.
not that I know of.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of.
That's why I was on. I was like,
Long Claw.
Long Claw.
Thank
I was like,
you.
is it? I think it's Long Talon, but that was way off too.
Yeah, that felt very shoehorned in.
and I'd never seen
long talons.
Tell me, Aaron.
and those hedgehogs that were like battleistic with the bow and arrows.
Oh, those weren't hedgehogs.
Those were owls.
No, they weren't owls either.
Who were they?
If you get a good look at them, those are echidnas.
Knuckles.
Yes.
They're Knuckles.
Yes.
Oh.
They have the head striped things that Knuckles has around his head for whatever reason.
Well, that's a fun Easter egg.
So
Yeah,
we're-
it was actually like a cute little Easter egg.
So
There
we're
were
going
a bunch
back.
of those that I really, that as someone who is kind of invested in the series,
Kinda,
really
yeah.
enjoys.
Oh man. Towards, I guess it's the end of the second act when Eggman shoots all the missiles. When they're in San Francisco, they grab Sonic's rings again on the building.
Yeah.
And all the missiles come, and his movie slows down, and he checks his watch and steps on his foot. People freaked out at that in a good way. They celebrated it.
What?
Because that's one of the idol screens for
Yeah.
the
It's
Sonic
like
games.
the classic idol animation for Sonic the Hedgehog.
And people one girl was like, "Yeah!" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, that's awesome."
Weird that Sonic had that much of a cultural impact with the youths of today.
Oh, she was like my age.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no. This was the showing I went to purely was people like our age just loving it for the nostalgia, which was really fun to watch with them.
Well, yeah, because I guess it is important. There was that resurgence of Sonic for our generation.
Yeah.
Where I mean, granted, I was not a youngling, playing Sonic. I was, about 10.
Yeah.
So like my formidable years, like it left a lasting impact for me.
Yeah.
So like it is cool. It is exciting. I just the story was just all over the place. They gave him a tragic backstory. They turned it into a bucket list movie.
Mm-hmm.
Then Marsden is just just pretty to look at.
Marsden's great.
He was
He's
great.
great.
I
love James Marsden. He's great.
Fine.
He's great.
And I love me some Marsden. I'm all
He's
in
a
for
Mars
it.
bar. He's tasty.
He is a Mars bar. James, as per always, you're right.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan of Marsden in Superman Returns, a movie that I think is pretty darn good.
I'm
and
a big
he's
fan
just,
of him in 27 Dresses.
Oh, I need to see that.
It's very good.
I like
watched it a lot.
I like him in Superman Returns because he's just a guy who's like, right, but can't we just work harder?
Oh, that's James Marsden in a nutshell.
I mean, I'm just a sucker for characters who are like, but what if we work harder?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing I
Here's
love
the
about
thing.
this film. The husband and wife are on the same team.
Yes.
They're on the same team.
100%. Love that about this movie.
It's great. The only thing that annoyed me was that the wife's sister randomly is against Marsden for whatever reason. Because you have to have that.
Yeah, it's like
But
just a weird
no.
trope they try to fit in.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. It's like, why does that need to happen?
Why?
For the most part, for the most part, I agree. The sister-in-law character did not feel necessary. It definitely is like, okay, it's a comedy bit. I didn't feel like that one landed well.
Yeah.
I will say the one time I agree with the sister-in-law in the movie is like, when he shows up with Sonic at her house, and it's like, okay, no, you sound like an insane person.
Yeah.
Even though,
Yeah.
yes, you have the proof right in front of you, this is too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do appreciate that the wife, whose name I am forgetting because I'm terrible at this. Actually, I'm Mrs. Wachowski.
Sure.
Wachowski.
I'm sorry.
Even though it's very clearly spelled Wachowski.
Okay. But
What was Marsden's? His name's Tom?
Tom Wachowski.
Okay, that's right.
Tom
Even
and-
though it's spelled Wachowski,
Wachowski.
like the Wachowski siblings.
See, but she was on it.
yeah, no,
She was just like, no, I'll help.
I really enjoyed her character.
Oh, and I love
Maddie.
That's right, Maddie. Yeah. That she's like.
See, because
there's
the
that
level
side,
2 is you
putting it back,
putting
into
it
the box.
back in the foil.
Foil. Yeah, and Chippy's like, you can do it. You can do it. I'm a chocolate chip cookie.
The plot twist partway through is that Chippy is actually the main bad guy all along.
yeah.
The final
Oh, yeah.
boss is
I've
Chippy.
come to kill you.
Yeah, Chippy's ultimate form.
It's a
Tuesday.
so the Chips Ahoy simulator has a traditional big boss battle
I mean,
where
it has
it's
to.
just a giant cookie, like Shadow of the Colossus style.
Oh, that'd
Absolutely.
Be fun.
Like it's 2 very simple levels of just taking the box in, out, putting the box in, and then Chippy grows to be like a mile tall, and you're like, oh,
And you
You make
dedicate
video
60 hours to try to beat
How
it.
long would that take to make?
train with the Chips Ahoy
Make well
simulator.
or make badly?
Just make.
That's something that you could probably do in like a game jam project.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
So we have
maybe.
Yeah, we could do that.
We have a possibility of getting this done.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why.
I mean, well,
I mean, you have a UX designer, right?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Will it help to know that I would own 95% of all intellectual property related to the Chips Ahoy simulator?
Are you a stakeholder in Chips Ahoy?
Are you Mr. Nabisco?
I am going to bury you.
In Chips Ahoy.
You better lawyer up, asshole. Because I'm not coming for half. I'm coming for all of it. Also, Aaron, bleep that. Also, Aaron, Wildspeed Summer.
All right, we're 2 for
Bowling
2.
Green, Ohio.
Oh, Alan, do you see the F9 trailer?
yeah.
Oh, it looks great.
So jazzed.
It looks great. We're gonna marathon the Fast Saga before it.
Yeah, that fast trailer's hot.
I agree.
So back to Sonic. The people freaked out over the wash and foot thing, which I also got really excited. The only thing I was waiting for was him to say, "You're too slow."
Yes.
I guess is the thing that he says.
Yeah, this is another
Okay.
thing. That's like Sonic's thing.
It's also a commonly used. It's a commonly used taunt in the Super Smash Brothers series.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I forgot.
And
he's
that's
in
like
Smash Bros.
Smash Bros is a weird game.
Also,
It is
something
weird.
that my exes have told me multiple times, but that's neither here nor there.
You're too slow.
Yeah, okay, that sounds right.
Good for you.
Oof. That's a good.
where were
Frequently
we
called a
talking about this
reverse
movie?
jackhammer.
We're talking about how Tom and Maddie are the perfect couple in this film.
Yes.
And
We're
they're on the
recording
same
this at
team.
1 a.m.
What else happens in this movie?
Oh my
To be fair, like
A lot.
Yeah.
A Sonic can
Not a
withstand a
lot.
bear tranquilizer. Are we just gonna go just look over that? That's kind of a
magical.
big deal.
Metabolism. You got
Yeah.
high
well,
metabolism.
yeah.
So you guys like this movie?
I enjoyed it.
Why did you like it?
It was silly. It was earnest. The only thing I was worried about, they did what I call a record scratch start, which is the...
I bet you're wondering how I got here.
Exactly, yeah,
No,
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, oh, this old cliche. Like,
Yeah.
I agree that like the first few minutes of this film did definitely have me worried because it starts with that and then it goes into
Long
the
fall.
tragic backstory with which, by the way, I checked the Sonic Wiki. Character only exists for this movie.
Yeah, that's
so
why I thought.
bizarre.
That's why I thought.
I
Why would
agree.
you make it an owl?
Why would
Remember-
you make it a like photorealistic owl?
Remember
That's
the
true. It is a
film,
photorealistic
about the
owl.
owls?
Are you talking about Legends of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole?
Correct.
The only animated film directed by our Lord and Savior, Zack Snyder.
Correct.
Hashtag release the Ga'Hoole cut.
Yeah. I think that is a crossover attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Sonic's trying to get that sweet Ga'Hoole money.
I mean, who isn't, you know?
I mean, yeah. If there's one thing that Snyder fanboys are talking about, is
It's
they
Ga'Hoole.
gotta get another glop of Ga'Hoole.
I mean, it's right there for the taking.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I know-
Twitter next told me.
I realize this is probably a bit, but also like
No, she
I
told me
was
that.
very. But like I had a brief moment of terror that was actually a thing that was for real happening. I also know a friend of mine that would probably be very excited about that.
What, Sonic getting the Ga'Hoole bump?
Yes,
Nice.
yes, actually.
I don't know if I watched that movie.
No one watched that movie. Zack Snyder didn't even watch that movie.
I do know someone who watched that movie.
Yeah.
Someone who is extremely into owls.
That's
Like, too much?
Wonderful.
Too much in the owls?
Like
I don't think too much into owls.
I was gonna say, is there like an unhealthy standard of owls?
I don't know.
When you get
A
talons for
girl I
hands.
had a crush on in college. Not important.
Is this how we're gonna match? Do you know her?
Yeah, me and
They went to
Alan went
school
to college
Danny and I went to
together.
college together.
They're both
so yes.
Sooners.
What?
Yeah.
Boomer.
That's how we met. Sooner.
Huh.
See, some people would have taken what Kenny said as an insult, but a fellow Sooner sees that as an opportunity, as a greeting.
Yeah.
Because if you just say boomer randomly,
Sooner.
someone's like, "Hey, you watch yourself," or they say Sooner.
Yeah,
Depending if you're from
But
Oklahoma.
the
if
thing-
we say okay, Boomer, they're like, oh, Oklahoma, Boomer, Sooner.
They get a pass. Is all I'm saying.
I didn't get a true college experience, so I don't know how these things work.
We threw tortillas at my school when we scored touchdowns. Yeah,
That sounds
didn't
better, to be
go
honest.
school.
it's people would freeze them and then throw them at each other. It ended up real bad.
What did we do in our raucous college days, Alan? I think we just.
We did improv.
Yeah, I think we stayed up late drinking a lot of tea.
holds up.
Yeah.
You boys
I
are
didn't drink
wild.
much tea. Yeah.
Sweet summer?
That's good. That was good.
There was
I do remember one time where I got quite drunk.
Get fucked up.
there was a year of hard partying at OU Improv.
Yeah.
And it was exactly a year
Yeah.
because before then we would stay up late drinking tea and going, guys, haven't you thought about Babylon 5? It wasn't that a great show?
There's this one character. His name, the actor who plays him is Tom Booker.
Well, I know
Jinxo,
something.
I believe.
Yeah, Jinxo.
Jinxo.
Yeah.
He's also a
think
boomer
the year
Sooner.
before that, like, I wasn't in those parties as much, even though I was part of OU Improv, and then I started like actually attending the parties. So I think it's
Yeah.
my fault.
How dare you?
Yeah.
You brought such a culture of alcohol.
Yeah.
And debauchery.
It's either my fault or Jerry's fault, which means it's probably Jerry's.
Yeah.
fault.
Good
Probably
old Jerry. Y'all remember Jerry? God.
Jerry. Jerry's good people.
Jerry could play some Sonic. You tell you what, Jerry could play some Sonic. I don't know, Jerry. Jerry, you seem wonderful.
So I like how his powers were tied to his emotions.
Because aren't all of our powers tied to our emotions?
According to anime, yes.
I mean, isn't this basically
Yeah.
an anime?
Yeah, pretty much. Which
Except
I loved it.
live action.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, like
I really enjoyed it.
It's not a groundbreaking film.
No.
It is a ground running film.
Hey.
He's
we
on the
go.
ground, yeah.
Here's my big question with the movie.
Hold on, there was no moment of hesitation with James. It was just like, yeah, according to anime.
That's just
Yeah,
that's
no, that's
true
just
of
how it
anime.
works. Makes sense to me.
I love anime.
Our friendship, all that.
Yeah. Part of the cards.
Here's my question: Why doesn't Sonic just run away?
Why didn't he run up the building?
Man, why?
Yeah, I didn't. I thought of that first. Like he could just run up the building.
When Robotnik's chasing him, why don't you just run away?
He did.
Yeah, but
Which time? When he has the Sonic hair, or when he doesn't have the Sonic hair?
anytime.
Like in the house? Because when he was in the house, remember, his legs didn't work.
Yeah,
Why?
'cause the
Yeah.
bear
First time-
The
tranquilizer.
tranquilizer.
Still wearing off the tranquilizer.
Yeah.
So that's why he didn't run away the first time. Then they're driving away in the car, and he's not running away because he doesn't want to leave his friend behind,
Well,
Tom.
really,
And he doesn't
just
know how to get
wanted a
there.
friend.
And also, he doesn't know how to get there.
It's just west.
And then later,
And then he instantly goes to the Pacific Ocean,
Yeah.
then instantly comes back,
Yeah.
which leads me to believe that he could have, I don't know.
Asked.
Yep. No, here's the thing. This is my
Because-
real defense. Because
Oh, hold on, Aaron, please play the James's Real Defense song.
Do James's defense.
defense. So, Sonic, as we know, is a child.
What?
See.
Nah,
Boo.
I'm Aaron. Anyway. No, it's
Teenager.
because he's immature and because really his whole motivation in this film is to get a friend and not be alone.
I think that's the biggest reason he doesn't run away. Is
Yeah.
that like because it's not about actually getting away from Robotnik.
Yeah, it's about him wanting connection.
Right, but here's the thing. Why don't you just run away?
Alright.
There was too many problems. That's the thing. He wanted friendship. He wanted to find his purpose.
He wanted to not die.
He wanted to not die. He wanted to go to San
Find his
Francisco.
rings.
Why wasn't more of the movie about Sonic running fast?
I would have liked more of that.
Because to go to my history with Sonic, I'm not a gamer. Not a gamer.
No.
I've beaten 3 games in my life.
Which 3?
One was Broforce.
Okay.
The other one was FTL.
Sure.
And
You beat FTL.
yeah,
Wow.
played it a lot.
I can imagine.
I really want you to list off the most difficult games that in existence.
Demon Souls.
Bloodborne.
I did Shadows of the Colossus in like an hour.
I didn't see the big deal. They're just dumb.
It was easy.
Not emotional experience.
And
Not
the other
emotional
one
experience.
was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, wow.
2 or 3 or one of those, because back whenever I started college, I downloaded all the Sonic games and I loved them. I loved them very much.
This is why you hate the film.
They didn't have puzzles, which is what I like about my games. I don't want to think whenever I'm playing games.
Really?
No.
Oh, I love that.
No, don't want to solve puzzles. I just want to jump.
their own.
And I want to go fast. Sonic, I don't know
Sonic
if you know
is
this.
very good at jumping and going fast.
And when you said that, Sega just walked up and cracked their knuckles and said, "Do we have a game for you?"
Because I really like Mario. And then playing Sonic, I was like, oh, this is like Mario, but better.
He goes.
Because he
But
goes
faster.
At some points, you can turn him into a ball, and he goes even faster. And then you can play as Knuckles, and he does
Not as
all
fast.
does all of those things, and also he climbs and he glides. And then there's also Tails, and he flies, and that's good and all. But he's not Knuckles, who, I don't know if you know this, he can do all the things that Sonic can, but he can climb.
Did you ever play Shadow?
Let me finish. And he can glide.
Here's a fun bit I liked in the movie. It was when Sonic gets his rings back. Anytime after that he gets hit, his rings scatter.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I thought that was really fun.
It's a cute touch.
Yeah.
There are a number of like cute Easter egg nods to the movie
Yeah.
or to the games that I really appreciate.
Yeah, Sonic's in this movie.
Yeah.
David
Yeah.
Marston.
Big Easter
Marsden. Jim, the Grinch. The Grinch is in this movie.
Yeah. But disguised as a human.
Yeah.
It must have taken a lot of makeup to make him not Grinch-like.
It's I think one of my favorite. Well, I knew what direction the movie was going to be when we opened with the title card, and it's Paramount, and rather than the stars, it's gold rings.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And when I said that, I was like, oh, okay. I know where we're. It's honestly like Cats when there was that cat smile in the top corner. I was like, okay, we've established it. Cool. I'm cool with this now. And
This is better than Cats.
well, I mean,
I will say I had way more fun at this than Cats.
I've never seen
I-
Dame Judi Dench in a Sonic movie.
This
Yeah.
this is a more logical film than Cats in the sense that Cats has absolutely no logic, but
Correct.
Cats is such a more fun experience. The thing that I don't like about this movie is that it's so down the middle. Fine,
It felt like a safe movie.
Yeah.
because I'm not interested in Tom Wachowski and his wife and
Why?
any marital problems.
They don't have marital problems. That's the thing.
Sorry,
They
I'm
love each
thinking
other.
about the sister.
Yeah.
I don't. There's so much time spent with James Marsden, and
Because he's the donut lord.
That was a good. I really liked that, and the pretzel lady.
Yeah.
Like there was some parts where I was like, he's a kid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but at the same time I was like, are you an adult?
Guys, when the little girl gave him the new shoes,
That was sweet.
that was so sweet.
But at the same time,
It was
she got weird feet. If that's what your feet look like,
Well, you're not wrong.
she was like maybe six tops.
I want to know who makes shoes that are like designed like that, because like
San Fran, baby.
Okay, I'll accept that. I've never been, and the way that they're paying for apartments, sure. I don't
designer
know.
shoes.
a
Yeah, all right,
a
that makes-
podiatrist that is trying to cure that girl's club feet.
All right, you got me there.
It's a weird foot. If
Honey,
that's
where did you put your club feet shoes? I gave them to the talking hedgehog. First off, honey, that's not a hedgehog. That's an alien. Don't ever call it a hedgehog. Second, you're going to be club feet and be an ugly girl when you grow up. Get out of my house.
God.
Get out of my house.
I did not like that character. Oh,
The-
the girl was
the
great.
sister.
The sister.
Yeah.
yeah, they tried to
Especially
give her
so
too
one-
many bits.
Yeah.
Almost.
Well, it's like she is so one-dimensional
Yeah,
in
like
an already one-dimensional film.
I wonder if after there was the backlash of the trailer release,
Oh boy.
if they did anything of like, guys, we got to make this good. We got to try and put as much icing on this as possible.
I bet they edited it to shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is 90 minutes long.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect film. It qualifies as a
Yeah, it
perfect
does.
film.
That
That's
is
true.
true, which is why I gave it 6 stars on Letterboxd.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Catch up, Revenant.
Yeah. Yeah, in my rankings of films, it's Citizen Kane, Sonic, The Revenant.
Top 3 films of our generation.
Yeah, hands down.
That's
Mario Brothers might sneak in there, but again, I think it was about 97.
Oh,
so there
Super
was.
Mario Brothers is so good.
Don't spoil it for Alan. He
Sorry.
actually listens to the podcast.
Look, Alan, cut this part out.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Aaron, cut this part out. You better not double it. You better not peak this.
Do those things.
Don't do
those
this.
things.
Honestly, I was going in ready to for Mario Brothers movie because it just and watching it, and I was like, "Is this good?" And then I, at some point, halfway through, I
The
went,
answer is yes.
"This is."
so. Here's the thing. I have seen this movie before. Like I said, I'm a Nintendo kid. Like
Yeah.
I've seen the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah,
I liked Sonic better.
that's wild.
Speed Summer.
Okay, so let's. Okay, I have a question.
I have an answer. Let's see if they match.
Again, you put the case back into the Chips Ahoy.
Are we talking regular? Are we talking chewy? Are we talking?
Extra chippy.
Extra
Those
chippy?
are actually add-on things that you had to
Oh,
buy.
that's DLC.
DLC.
That's
Oh,
DLC.
I figured that was just the fancy names for the difficulty levels.
Oh, that'd be
See,
good.
that
They like
makes
to get-
more sense.
They like
Oh
to
my
get
gosh.
they like to get cute with difficulty level names. Like just tell me easy, medium, hard, whatever.
Yeah, like
no, I'll be honest, I love that shit.
I do too. Like Fall in
love it.
Order. Like, are you a
Yeah,
Padawan? Are you a
it
Jedi
is.
Knight? Are you Jedi Knight Master?
Yeah,
Like, it was
yeah,
cute.
yeah.
Like what difficulty level, such as you're taking it, but you have to like put it back, but it's in the desert. So the cookies are
So the landscape changes.
yeah.
Yes. Can I?
So
is
the
there
cookies are all melty.
I
This
got a-
game sounds rad.
I have a question. Is there a difficulty level that's like just? I just want the cinematic experience where I don't actually have to like be good at all at playing this game,
Oh.
but I just want to watch it for the cutscenes.
There's going to be hella cutscenes.
And lucky for you, there's going to be a VR release for this as well. And there's going to be an add-on where you can play where you're in the mountains and it's cold, so you have to like shake your hands to get the snow off of your
I've
hand.
actually gotten Liam Neeson to reprise his role as Ra's al Ghul
I will say
in the Chips Ahoy simulator.
that probably means you need a second week of development time.
Oh, that's hard, gang. That's hard.
You've
I'm just
sacrificed.
here to provide estimates. Like that's all I can do is consultant.
What
much-
if your health bar was just glasses of milk?
Oh,
Oh,
James, that's
James.
good. God, dog,
Come
that's
on.
good.
UX designer, right?
That
here.
is
Hire
good.
me. I need money. So I'm gonna jump to the other portion of where people freaked out during this film in a good way. It was after the credit sequence. And
Are we jumping there already?
I am, because I need to start wrapping this up. But it's at the end of the credits when there's a little rustle of leaves going in a circle. Who's that? It's Tails.
I believe you mean Miles Tails Prowler?
Prower,
Prower, sorry.
I believe.
So sorry.
I'm
can't-
gonna get that wrong, and now I'm gonna get roasted.
So his
alive.
name is Miles.
Yes.
Yeah.
So ostensibly in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, he'll be called Miles the entire film.
Anyway, Tails shows up, and
Miles.
I kid you not, people start applauding in the movie theater.
So bizarre.
It was so heartwarming because they applauded and cheered with pure excitement. It was so cool. And it's also the actual voice actor who does it.
oh,
From the
really?
actual games. Yeah, I was gonna say that sounded very true to
Yeah.
what I'm used to for Miles or Tails.
No, you were correct.
Yeah,
I
you're
know,
right.
you're
His
right.
name is Miles. His professional
whereas,
name
like,
is Miles.
The voice actor for Sonic was not the same as in the games.
Yeah.
I was fine with it,
because I
but
like Ben Schwartz.
It was still like a fine voice acting. Like,
Yeah.
I don't actually know who did the voice acting in
Ben
this
Schwartz.
film.
BB-8.
BB-8, you are correct.
Okay.
Ben
Yeah.
Schwartz, who frequently has the best episodes of Comedy Bang Bang. He
Yeah.
played John Ralphio on Parks and Recreation.
Man, I love him.
And the way that he got the role is they did a demo for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. They wanted to do a proof of concept, and they brought Ben Schwartz in to kind of just serve as the temporary voice. They looked elsewhere, and they went, we're not going to find anyone better. Ben Schwartz is the person.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, they looked hard. Like Tom Holland, Chris Pratt.
None of those people.
Yeah,
worked.
James Corden. Like they tried looking for a lot, and
I mean, Ben Schwartz naturally has that kind of ultrakinetic energy in everything that he does.
yeah.
and if I'm not mistaken, sorry, but he's billed as John Ralphio in Star Wars, and I believe the first one.
No way.
If I'm not mistaken,
What are you talking about?
I thought like
James, can you pull up the credits of Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens?
Yeah, on it. Aaron, don't do it. Kenny asked me.
I'm interested now too because I heard that
I did confirm it is Prower.
Thank you.
Look, I just have the Sonic Wiki bookmarked on my phone now.
While you're looking for that, I'm going to talk about the one genuinely great joke that I thought was in there, which is the latte joke. Are you familiar with this joke?
Yeah, I did.
It's
That was a good
it's
bit.
killer. Agent Stone says, "I just thought you might like a latte with steamed Austrian
yeah.
goat milk."
Yeah.
To which Dr. Robotnik, can I yell?
Please don't.
yeah, nobody's here.
Oh.
We'll just back up on the
Dr.
mic.
Robotnik says, "Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them."
Yeah, that was a good bit.
I think aggressive positivity is always funny. Additionally, why does James Marsden use a payphone?
Yeah.
Because it's Montana. That was, and I kind of
It's pronounced Montana.
because he's in Montana, and it felt reasonable.
It felt like they needed to get the character out of the car so Sonic would look over at the bar and go, "I want to go there."
Yeah, I mean that's why.
Yeah, let's be real. This
He-
film is just a big exposition dump.
The in-story explanation is he ditched his phone because they were tracing it.
Yeah, but there's also a payphone. That's weird.
Yeah, payphones in 2020 are...
I have not seen that device be used in a very long time, and I would have expected it to be called out, but it wasn't. It was kind of just there. But also,
that's how small of a town they're from.
and that's kind of, you're calling this movie just one giant exposition dump. Is my frustration with this movie, because this movie is fine. It's functional.
Yeah.
But it's so down the middle that I'm just kind of going. The more that I think about it, I'm just kind of going. But you could have done this, or you could have done.
No, there's wiggle room for improvement, and I totally agree. And so
me and Aaron are going to be both giving $30
the route
charity Valentine.
The route. I'm not falling for this again.
What?
No,
I'm just saying that we're like I'm getting 30.
No, I think I've already given 60.
No, Schwartz.
Child's
No,
Play,
that's
by the
for
way.
Child's
Stormtrooper.
Play.
Yeah.
That's weird because that's not a charity. That's just a franchise. But I guess we can.
That's the only mention of his name.
It's
Because
also
I'm telling
a
you, I think
charity.
he was credited as John
Let me make sure I have that
Ralphio.
right.
It says.
Please do send us
Ben
a link.
Schwartz.
He played BB-8 though, along with Bill Hader.
Yeah,
No.
he was also a voice consultant as BB-8 though.
So there is room for improvement, and I think there's two routes that they're going to go with this.
Left
I think
or right?
they might go
Confucius,
diagonal.
right
I'm not
down the
sure.
middle.
I think they'll either go because I'm fairly confident there will be a sequel. I think they will go
By Christmas.
I think so because of the
Those
end.
poor animators. Oh my.
Yeah, they got
Well, I
shafted.
mean, yeah.
Their studio already shut down. That's fine.
But I think they'll either go with the Robotnik route, getting him back, making him his own movie, because I think that will fly.
That's the third movie.
I think
Because he's gonna make Shadow in the Mushroom Kingdom. I'm not even joking. He's gonna make Shadow because he has Sonic's hair.
Yeah, I have a sneaky suspicion that the next villain will be Shadow, but they'll probably find some way to work Robotnik in.
No.
Okay,
No,
I'm sorry.
you're misunderstanding. The third movie will have Shadow because during the events of the second movie, Robotnik will be making Shadow.
Oh.
Yeah, and movie 2 will probably feature Knuckles.
Yeah, it's
because
gotta be Knuckles.
Knuckles started off as a bad guy, but then through the power of friendship becomes friends with Sonic and Tails and Amy.
like
Also,
an
I have a-
anime,
Yeah,
like an anime.
I'm
To
not
be
joking.
honest,
Yeah. And they'll probably try and jettison the human element as much as possible.
Yeah.
I like this movie, Kenny.
Also-
I liked it. It's fun.
There's no Chaos Emeralds.
I mean,
The Sonic game design is so wonderful.
Well,
And then to just kind of stick him in Montana.
It was Green Hill Zone.
what?
That's the
for the viewer,
that's World 1 of Sonic 1.
I understand.
Oh.
That's the whole
Yeah.
like
We never
That's the
went to the
appeal.
casino level, though.
That makes
that's
sense.
that's
this
in
movie
Sonic 2.
sucks.
That's in the sequel.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I just now got that. Thank you, Alan.
There was a sign. He also had a sign in his cave for Hilltop, which is another zone from Sonic
yeah,
2.
That's fun.
Right, but I want to see him go through the worlds.
I think he only should have one ring left.
so are you mad that we didn't get enough Sonic gameplay?
My frustration just goes with how fine everything is. Because I can't argue that the movie is functional. James Marsden is fine.
He's
Ben
great.
Schwartz is fine.
He's great.
The animation is fine. The set pieces are fine. But my frustration is that there are other movies that are... Because this movie just feels to me like yet another studio going, cool, what IP do we have?
Yeah. That's fair.
And additionally, listening to the podcast, The Best Movies Never Made, what I found out is that they basically wrote the first draft in 2 weeks.
Oh my god!
And then they worked on it off and on for many years after that. But additionally, this does not...
This is not a love project.
I hate to beg the comparison, but whenever it exists, something like the Lego movie, the Lego Batman movie, which is just cream of the crop, tippy top
Yeah,
movies
correct.
that can also work for kids.
Correct.
And then something like the Lego Batman movie, which is able to synthesize so much mythology into
Yeah.
something that is so clear, but at the same time be completely accessible at the same time and tell an engaging story. Sonic kind of pales in comparison. I don't want to beg the comparison, but
Aaron,
that's
you
just
have
the thing that keeps coming to the front
Aaron
of my
has a
mind.
question.
Yes, Aaron.
Can I ask a sidebar question?
Granted.
Granted.
And it's only because I don't want to forget it. We can table this and then continue. But are we gonna? Speaking of just badly written scripts,
Uh-huh.
are we gonna do Despicable Me because of the new Girl movie?
Oof.
Does anyone actively like any of the Despicable Me movies?
I will say I do not like
Do you
them.
know that Minions is one of
remember
the
the-
highest grossing films of all time? Minions?
Yeah.
The spinoff?
Minions?
Minions.
Minions.
I remember the first Despicable Me being pretty solid.
It was
was
okay.
fine.
Yeah, I didn't mind
I don't
it.
know that I've seen all of them. I think I might have seen Minions, actually.
The Despicable Me franchise strikes me as something that you might have accidentally watched all of them and you just don't remember.
Yeah.
I
You're like, oh,
went
yeah.
on my way not to see them.
I did see that.
After the first one, I went on my way not to see them again.
Okay, I just wanted to bring that up. I'm sorry.
We'll marathon. It'll be fine.
No. I don't want to.
Sidebar over.
Now you're against a marathon?
I am against the marathon
Aaron,
of those movies.
Put it on the schedule. Despicable Me.
Okay, if we're doing
Despicable
that,
Me
we're
2.
doing James Bond.
Great.
All of them.
I welcome the challenge.
Great. Thank you. Finally.
Finally. Gosh.
We have proof.
What
Hey,
did you fucking do?
I don't know.
listeners,
He just
we have
called it.
we have proof.
He called me on it.
Did you just-
Aaron, I'm so sorry.
You just blinked out for like 15 solid seconds.
I'm so sorry. I just went to the casino level for a second. Everything was just bouncing
You
around.
went too fast.
Too furious.
Well, it's Sweet Summer.
This movie is produced by Neil Moritz, who is one of the producers of the Fast and the Furious franchise.
So is that why there was some Rock and Vin Diesel references
That's
in
gotta
this?
be it, right?
Yes, probably.
That was fun. It's all about family.
That was just a good bit. If he had thrown a voice in there, I would have just been like, okay, movie of the year.
Yeah.
It's just without a doubt.
I mean, it's a little early in 2020, don't you think?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, F9's not out.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
Okay,
And
yeah.
And when that bit came up, Alan and I think we're the only ones to give it a hearty 10-second laugh.
Yeah.
When it was like, it's all about family. We're like, oh, God. Yeah.
What was weird about this year's Oscars that they just preemptively gave Best Picture to F9.
I thought it was a bold move,
Yeah.
but also the correct move.
Yeah, I kind of agree with it.
It was a little weird seeing F9 get the award in 2019 for
Yeah.
a 2020 release. but
Just absolutely baffling. And it was another Moonlight situation. The Parasite cast got up there, and then Warren Beatty came out. I was like, oh, I read the card wrong. F9. It's F9 trailer.
Bong Joon-ho gave Vin Diesel the Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said one English word the whole time for this whole thing. And he said, family.
I think it's time for the Rotten Tomatoes game.
Oh, fuck. That was good.
How long were you sitting on that one, Kenny?
I just thought of it.
Since the F9 trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, how can I get F9 and Parasite? There's got to be a joke.
There's just like red streams going
you're just
across
like-
your room.
And you're like, Sonic. And then like just went to bed. It was 4 a.m.
Holds up.
That's why I've been so tired, because I've been trying to crack the perfect Parasite F9 joke.
And buddy, you pulled it
It's
off.
all about Pepe Sylvia. Who's Pepe Sylvia? So, Alan, I know that you've never listened to the podcast before,
Not
but
once.
what we do is that we do a game called the Rotten Tomatoes game.
Really?
Bada bop, boop boop splat.
Absolutely. The Rotten Tomatoes game is based off of the website Rotten Tomatoes, a film review aggregator that takes all submitted film reviews, averages them out by a pass-fail system, then assigns a percentage on how many people might think a movie is either fresh or rotten. This is not a score that a film is X% good. It is only a score of how many people liked it. Alan, you'll be guessing the score of both the critical approval rating as well as the audience approval rating without going under. Reverse Price is Right rules as per enacted by someone at this table.
Huh. That's a weird way to do that. I can't imagine who would think of something like that.
Yeah, Alan, you completely upended our podcast. Screw you.
You really are going to get a member's jacket as soon as we figure out how to do that.
He is part of the Five Timers Club.
Yeah, it's exclusive.
What have your movies been so far? Pac Rim.
The Pacific Rim, Tron Legacy.
Legacy.
I was there for Hobbs and Shaw. Back to the Future Marathon, which is actually released now. Thank you.
Damn. Okay.
It's great. No, it's great.
Yeah, it's great.
I listened to it again and I'm like, oh yeah, I said some good things.
There
in
was
that
some good
episode.
bits in
Yeah.
there. There really was. It was a good episode.
Restructuring the trilogy. Oh my gosh.
You
What a
fixed
And,
stroke
and
of
how much is
genius.
that on Patreon? How much a month?
That's $2.
$2 a month. $2 a month, and you get to listen to it too.
Yeah.
there's some real genius in there, and it's very much worth the money.
Okay, Alan, calm down. Jeez.
You're welcome. And then this Sonic.
We really do have you on just the nerdiest episodes.
Yes,
a game?
by my choice.
Tron Legacy, Pacific Rim, Sonic the Hedgehog,
Back to the
Trigun.
I would love to watch Trigun.
We already watched Trigun. James.
Excuse me?
We've got a secret Patreon level.
Excuse me? What?
We've been-
Where you just watch anime and you have an anime watch without me? The guy's trying to be in anime?
It felt only appropriate. It felt like a conflict of interest. We weren't sure if you had any contracts. signed.
Yeah, it's called Shaming no Kinkaritsu.
We need to record at 1 a.m. more often.
That's the other thing is, over half the episodes I've been on have been recorded after midnight.
That's true. That's true. Oh, man.
We'll even it out.
Anyways.
Yeah, we'll record the next 5 with you after 2 a.m.
So I pulled these
Sounds good.
Rotten Tomato scores as of last night, so the scores may be changed. But out of 126 critical reviews as of Friday night, what do you think the critical score is for Sonic the Hedgehog?
I suspect critics did not enjoy this movie. It's because honestly, Kenny, I think you are right with a lot of your criticisms.
Yes. And that's why I don't have to pay anything, and Aaron has to pay $75.
No, we're not doing this
those are the
again.
rules.
Alan posted
Those
the
are
cherry
just
in the
the
chat,
rules. The
so-
rules.
No,
Those are
we're
the
not doing this.
rules.
I'm not getting guilted again. No.
I mean, it's just for children.
Yeah, it's a
literally,
children's
so you're letting
charity.
children die.
I mean, I know that I don't have to pay anything because Alan just said I'm right, but
Yeah.
shoot, I'm going to contribute anyway. It's for the kids.
You to be fair, you can be right and still be dunking.
Hey,
Ooh, Alan's true.
you're right. Aaron definitely should give the full 90.
For breaking all 3 rules.
Yeah.
That's never been an established. The Rotten Tomato Games is a game comprised of.
Where was I? Oh yeah, critics probably didn't like this film, but I'm way more lenient on films than I think most people are, just generally. So, all of that is a roundabout way of saying 53%.
53%.
No. Yeah. 73%.
73%.
I think critics will go, it's fine for a kid's movie.
Aaron?
64.
64. One of
You're
you
probably right.
is right on the money.
It
Really?
was on that money.
Aaron Salinas,
Wait,
congratulations.
really? Oh, shit. Cool.
All right.
64, and as per the rules, you have to give $30 to charity
No!
anytime.
No, I believe the rules are you give money equal to the percent that you
Correct,
bid, so that'll
correct.
be $64.
Yep, that's true.
Plus the
And
already
30
90.
cents.
Was it $64 or 64% of $1,000? So
No.
it would be. Oh, I guess that is $640. Yeah, that would be.
Aaron, you are too generous.
Wow, that's incredible.
I can't give more.
And the audience score right now with 1,580 audience ratings. What do you think the audience approval rating is for Sonic the Hedgehog, starting with anything for Salinas?
Wait, how many reviews?
1,580.
Is that how much you're donating?
Yeah.
No. God damn it. I'm gonna say.
It's for the kids.
I'm gonna say 82.
82%.
I think people were like, oh wow, that wasn't too bad. But I think there's also some people that are gonna be a little bit critical of it. But I think a lot of people are like, oh, that's not as bad as it was.
Sure.
Could have been.
James, would you like
85%.
85%? Did you know that that's higher than what Aaron said?
It is, and that was my original guess, but Aaron said 82, and I thought, I'll stick with my guns.
Sure. Now, Alan, I would like to present you with options. You can go higher, lower, stay the same, or make Aaron pay an additional $30.
Ooh, I like that option.
Sure.
Oh.
Man, this Chips Ahoy game is getting really complex.
I'm going to say 81%.
81%.
Because I am a gamer and I play to win.
Fair. Fair.
Well, I have got some sad news. All of you have gone under.
What?
The audience approval rating for this film is 95%.
Oh my god!
As of last night. Now, granted,
That's still 1,000. Oh
Fans
my god!
love this movie.
Okay, I'll donate $30.
That's
Alan, you don't need to take any money. I know that you're living from paycheck to paycheck working at EA.
I mean, yeah.
Aaron,
EA,
you go
that
ahead and
startup.
take care of it. Yeah.
Oh, Aaron, that's so kind of you.
That's
what?
okay.
I'm not.
Wow, Aaron just signed the contract to Alan's house,
No.
buying him his house. That's really nice. So
What
charitable
are
of
the
you.
final thoughts of this movie?
I liked it. I legitimately liked it.
It's also a Chips Ahoy simulator level where they're playing on Mustafar. Just straight up Mustafar.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah.
No copyright.
You're trying to put it on one of those floating robots that Obi-Wan and Anakin are fighting on.
And the thing you have to realize is you're actually dealing on that level. You're dealing with unbaked cookies, so you have to leave them out for the right amount of time in the heat, unshielded, so they actually get baked.
For real,
You can't let your milk dry either. Also,
Right.
for real, this game sounds like a winner.
It definitely has an audience. That
Because they're
audience
all
might
sitting
be
at a
this
table.
room.
Yeah, because at first you're like, "This is a Chips Ahoy simulator. This is okay." Level 1, I take it out. Level 2, back at it. You're like, level 3,
Big boss.
and that's the big boss. And you're like, what? And then level 4 is you go to the desert, and then
We should bring demo discs back.
Wow, that's a fucking
Put the
callback.
inside
If you can't,
Oreo packages. Just dig into them, you know.
thank you for doing my.
You're
face.
welcome. I like the bit. It's a good bit.
Thank you. It was fun.
Favorite part of the movie? Favorite part of the movie? The Green Hill Zone jingle that they played during the denouement. Like, that made me so happy.
my favorite part outside of the latte joke, which is such a good joke,
Very good.
is that
It is a
in
good
boss
joke.
battle, Sonic hitting the ship just like it would.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was fun.
I get it.
I will say, I counted the hits because I was kind of hoping they would stop at 8.
God bless you. You're doing
Because
the
that's
Lord's work.
how many hits it takes to defeat one of the Eggman bosses in the classic Sonic games. It's always 8 hits.
Damn.
That's
They
not
they,
that
they
many
did a
hits.
more impressive visual, so I'll forgive them.
They did.
Yeah.
But part of me really wanted to just like 8 hits and he's done.
I
Yeah,
thought
that'd
it
be
was
fun.
strange that you walked out of the movie at that part and you were like, fuck this. I was like, oh, that's weird. Okay.
All right, Alan.
I mean, there's just some lines you can't cross. That's just
Yeah, you
Pay some respect at certain points. You
yeah,
know?
you flipped over a table, which is weird because you watched it at a Regal.
Yeah, there was no, like, you brought the table inside.
Well, like you got to be prepared. Like just
Yeah.
And
You gotta be prepared.
You exclaimed, watch me! And then flipped it. I was like, oh,
It's a scout model. Just be
exactly.
prepared.
That's what I was gonna say. Be prepared.
That's
stay
right.
ready. You ain't got to get ready, homie, you know?
No, that's not the scout model.
Nah.
Are there 1,000 levels for the Chips Ahoy simulator?
Yeah.
Only?
Well, because it's 1,000 chips delicious.
Oh.
That was another episode of Sham Watch.
Wait.
James.
But it's a good edit point. That's why I do it.
I'm wet. I'm cold. There's a fish on my head. And clearly, I'm not going to be able to do this on my podcast.
I was hoping you were gonna say there was a podcast on my head, but
Yeah.
that also plays.
That's been our episode.
Wait. I've got one too.
Okay.
Gotta go cast.
I know. That was good, too.
Gotta go.
Alan, do you have one?
cast.
No.
That's another episode of Shame Watch. Thank you to Denise Hudson for a rockin' theme song, and to James Garcia for our artwork, and to Olivia Suarez.
Okay,
for
wait,
our
I do
social
have
media.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, Alan's, wait, James, wait.
Wait.
Pin yourself against the podcast.
Ah, that was good.
I have ruined James.
I only have one thing to say. PODCAST.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast.
Because the sister spells out divorce.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I got it. I understood.
you, Alan.
Yes. I watched the movie.
I know, I did too. But don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to Shame Watch on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever podcasts are found. Do you have a suggestion or a question or comments or just general tomfoolery you want to contribute to the pod? Send it our way. Visit us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at ShameWatchPod so we can talk with you. Finally, you can contribute to our Patreon at patreon.com/ShameWatch. It does cost money to put out superb content like this pod, so even a $1 donation can make a huge difference. I'm going to now read the patrons.
Please, take your time.
Kenny Madison.
Of Austin, Texas.
Aaron O. Salinas.
Of Austin, Texas.
Gene Fight.
Of Bowling Green, Ohio.
Alan Smith.
You're too slow.
Of Austin, Texas.
That's really good. That's really good. Bradley McPherson.
Of Tulsa, okay.
Jennifer Steinberg.
Of Austin, Texas.
Herc.
Heraclio Gonzalez Jr. Of Austin, Texas.
Ian Keegan.
Of Gillette, Wyoming.
He went to college with me and Alan, too.
Yeah.
Ian Boomer. He'll get it. He'll get it.
He'll get it.
He'll get it.
He'll say it.
It's one of those inside jokes.
And you got to be in it. I didn't go to school there.
Until next time.
Okay, I can't hold it anymore sooner.
Until next time, our watch has now ended. Dive at your own risk.
We've never had the button before the
I
end.
know.
Sorry.
That was the button.